Pre-game kiss. Hello everybody. I'm gonna be trying to make
Howdy.
I was trying to get started. Oh, it's so hard. Okay. Hey everybody, it's been a few years already since I made my last video, and it's been way too long. There's a whole bunch of reasons for it, not least of all is my camera getting lost when we moved to this place here in Dallas. So that kind of threw a wrench in things. But it's a long story, and I'll probably get into that, or maybe I'll get into that in some other video. However, I'd like to introduce you all to somebody new, unless you've already met him in my personal life. This is Steven, my boyfriend. Okay, so we decided we were going to do a boyfriend tag after I had asked him to do it, what, over a year ago?
Yeah.
So, it's finally time. Alright, we're both kind of nervous about this. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to do pretty much what I guess most people do, and we're going to write down our answers so that we both can't see them, and then we're going to show you first, and then we're going to respond to what we both wrote to each other. So, without any further me making a fool of myself,
I do look like the guy from The Purge.
okay, so, here you go. Take that one. So the first question is, where did we meet? That's a trick question. One, two, three. Can you see that? I think so. No?
That's an obvious.
Well, I mean, can I mess this up? Cut and action. Okay, but that's kind of a trick question because we actually met on Facebook. But if the question was asking in person, okay, well then we met in Frisco at his house, and we had been Facebook friends for like probably over a year or two, and he finally said hi one day while
just hi.
I was in class.
2 letters, NBD.
In college.
No, restricted.
And then I decided I'd drive to Frisco. It was like an hour away, not too bad compared to some other places I had driven before. And
Next question.
I hope the AC is not too loud. Anyways, second question is, what was our first date?
You're gonna be like, well, they're doomed.
And 1, 2, 3.
Call of Duty release.
Yep.
But it was GameStop.
Was it GameStop?
Ouch.
Oh. Well, we never go to GameStop anymore.
It's harsh. We're not promoting Best Buy at all.
That's where we spend a large portion of our
Time.
income and time.
And money.
And money. If that's not included in the income.
No, like a lot of money. Like, a lot.
By the way, we survived a flood today.
That's not a question.
The water was like up to, like knee high, or maybe a little higher. I thought the car was gonna die.
I think
The battery light came on. But we
It
needed
was
haircuts really badly, so that's what
rather a river than a road. Honestly.
You seem tired. bigger. Make yourself bigger. You're like slouching. This is the shenanigans we get into. Posture fights. Okay. But yeah, like, so tell them about the trip to Best Buy. Or to GameStop. Tell them about the trip to GameStop.
Well, Call of Duty was coming out that night, and that was where I had my reservation. So I was like, why not?
No, don't talk to them. Talk to me. Be like, well, my plans were to play this game all night because I'd already pre-ordered the thing.
Well, those were my plans, and then
You start from the beginning. Sorry.
My plans were to play Call of Duty all night, since that is my favorite franchise game in the world. But then around 4:30, I noticed that it wasn't even in the Xbox.
You're talking kind of quiet. So
my plan was to play Call of Duty all night, and that's my favorite franchise game in the world. And
it's true.
It was around 4:35 where I noticed that the game wasn't even in the console. So I knew something was there, and it wasn't the Call of Duty game.
Talking instead of playing Call of Duty on opening night. We had the game in our room.
Plastic, all wrapped.
We were excited because we met each other, and that night was
pretty eventful.
We pretty much didn't not see each other for one day. Like, we had seen each other every day for the first, 6 or 8 months.
We still have seen each other every day.
Except for that one time.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Okay, question number 3. Where was our first kiss and how was it?
This is where the eventful part comes in.
One, 2, 3. That's like sparks flying. Yep, we kissed in his bedroom that first night. And we said a lot of things to each other that we've kind of followed through with, so yeah, maybe we'll get to that later.
Well, now we followed through with everything.
Almost.
After
There's still something that's, well, question number 4. Did you know that he was the one? One, 2. We pretty much said as much that night.
Next question.
Next question. First impression. What was it? What'd you think of me? Oh my gosh, you throw that one away. I thought you were extremely cute. He had cleaned his room, I could tell, before I got there, and you the first thing he did was get on his mixing board and start playing some music, which pretty much sets the tone for the rest of the relationship. Except for lately, where we both have been too busy to even play much music, sadly. But that will change. Expect music to come in our futures and in yours. Our music's gonna come in your life.
A little too controversial for this video.
It is a little bit too controversial. Okay, question number 6 is... Why don't you ask some of the questions?
When did you meet the family? Mine says his little brother's birthday in November. He got a Cookie Monster cookie cake.
He did. Maybe I'll put a picture in there.
I think I posted on Instagram that I ate a good amount of it.
True.
Which is Remain Classy.
I mean,
Remain Classy. Instagram, Facebook, Remain Classy. .com/Remain Classy.
Instagram dropping.
Xbox Live gamer tag, Remain Classy. Space, Remain Classy. Stay classy, San Diego.
I met most of his immediate family that night.
Or Aaron.
But then I met the rest, a big portion of his family throughout
I'm like half Mexican.
Rest of that year. Thanksgiving was a big time. You had some of your uncles and grandparents come in. And one from Alaska. And then his sisters came in from California.
Mm-hmm. And they all wanted to sleep with him.
Yeah. No comment.
Good luck.
I didn't make it awkward. It didn't. Hey, it happens. I mean, he wanted to sleep with me, so.
But I got my way. Next question. Do we have a tradition?
Do we have a tradition?
Next question.
The funny thing about that question, you got the right answer by the way. Come on. It's a yes or a no question. The answer is yes, we do. Now, do you want us to tell you what it is? Because that's not what the question asked. Okay, I guess I won't be difficult. We, I don't know. I feel like anytime I suggest somewhere to go, it's usually agreed upon with the stipulation
unless
that we get
House of Cards is on.
No, unless we stop and get Starbucks. Like he's like, yeah, of course we can go, but can we stop at Starbucks first?
And if it's Barnes & Noble, I will not accept that. If they do not take a Starbucks gift card, then that's no Starbucks of mine. I'm not insane.
This is what I deal with. This right there. It's unreasonable.
Don't use that. You do need a booster seat though.
He doesn't drive yet. It's okay. It's okay, we're working on it.
But my booster seat has a fake steering wheel.
And he helps me drive in his head. It's a step in the right direction. Anyways,
This is too long.
I know, we're gonna cut it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's been 18 minutes. Alright, question number 8. What was our first road trip? So what was our first road trip? You can't look.
I cheat in poker all the time and no one says anything. But I know you got it wrong.
I probably did. 1, 2, 3.
Post Texas.
Oh, yeah. It's where my aunt and uncle, some cousins,
grandparents.
My grandparents now. Yes, they live there too. Forgot about that. Yeah, he met some of my extended family down in South Texas. But then
members,
we went on a trip that wasn't quite on the road. We took a plane, but
separately.
I went. This was the first trip that we spent a day away from each other. This was the first time I was on this, because I flew out a few days before he was able to, And then we were really excited whenever we were together again. And it was really cool because that's the first time I got to kind of introduce him to a big chunk of my extended family on my mom's side. So it was cool. They're very accepting, and it made it a lot easier.
I am Groot.
I am Groot. We talked to my uncle, Phil, worked in NASA. He has a gnarly mustache. Like this.
Like this.
Question number 9. Who said I love you first and where were we? Okay. Oh, there's so many of these questions that all have the same answer, and most of this stuff happened the first night we met. Cause
we knew.
We kind of knew from the beginning.
I knew that he could put up with me, and I knew that I could put up with him and his...
Just we complimented each other really
12 or 9 rings? Was it 12?
Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Is
11 maybe? Like
there is no exact number of rings. There
were
many rings of power. There was 3 for the elves, 7 for the dwarves, and 9 for the rest of men.
Oh.
And then 1 for the Dark Lord. And
Well, Dark Lord sounds really good right now if we have to keep talking about this.
Number 10. What do we argue about the most?
The kind of comments I just said.
No, music. In the car. We argue about music a lot. We both love music. I play acoustic guitar and he mixes and DJs. So you can imagine.
Well,
but we have a lot of music that we both like too.
Rap. I rap.
We have a lot of music that we both like too, so that's probably what we fight about the most.
We didn't do a sticky note.
Question number 10. It doesn't matter. Screw the sticky notes.
Thank you.
I think at this point we're kind of done with the sticky notes.
I kind of ran out.
Not really, but we just didn't want to do it anymore.
My personal stash.
I mean, they're right here.
I'm not a liar.